a lot of us never had a protecting family to protect you, much less fucking want to celebrate your birthday that you ever fucking existed. There's a lot of people like us, but most of them are fucking in prison, or fucking child abuse people, or fucking or beaters, or fucking killers, or fucking drug addicts or drug dealers. I'm none of that. I'm none of it. I'm a fucking man. I built who I am. I give no glory to nobody other than my Father, because He has given me the knowledge and has guided me. I tried to kill myself several times. I did die several times. I died when I was slashed up, you know. I died 2 times on the hospital. I died 2 times when I tried to commit suicide. Yeah. I died 4 times total. El Gato got fucking 5 left. You know. When I was 12 years old, got shot in my chest. I survived that. You know. I mean, I don't know, man. I survived my mother putting me out in Alaska in a fucking blizzard. Imagine that. With fucking huge polar bears. God, that used to scare me. We'd go to the stores and the polar bears would come and pounce on the fucking car, and she would leave me in there because she knew that they would do that. And the car you just seen, the station wagon, was all beat up from fucking the bears pounding on the fucking car trying to get in to fucking eat me. And I'm fucking trying to crawl underneath the fucking seat so they can't see me. I was so scared. I mean, it was misery, man. And I never understood it. I never understood it as a child. Who would? Who would understand it? Who would? You know? And I remember when she put me out underneath the log, I was trying to nestle her breast, and I was too old to do it, but I was so hungry. And I was just trying to get something to eat. And she fucking punched me in my nose and fucking pushed me outside in my underwear in a blizzard. And 8 hours later, it was night. And then finally, my sisters came to look for me, and were calling me and calling me and calling me. And I finally woke up and actually literally had to dig my way out from underneath this log. And the log, God gave it to me because it had a little hump in it. And underneath it, it had like a little concave like ditch. It was almost like I was put in an igloo. You know? But I was only in my underwear. My sister told me, damn. She told my sister, damn, I hope Don does not remember that. How could you not remember that? How could you not remember somebody actually really, I mean, trying to kill you, you know what I mean? At the time, I didn't even know. I think, you know, I got hypothermia or whatever, and I got to that point, I passed out. And then after that, we moved to the next place. Then she used to always lock me in the closet. I fucking have done every fucking kind of drug there is. Every kind of drug there is, except for shooting heroin. I've never done any intravenous. But if there was something out there after, and actually I never even did them till after I met Tina and I had my second son. Before that, yeah, I'd done some marijuana and stuff like that. I used to smoke marijuana, but I had never actually really ever done any hard drugs until I met Tina. And that made me want to think, well, because I was so in love with her that maybe I should do it, and that maybe she would love me too as much as that she loved her boyfriends that had the drugs. She fucked me up because she was like the one thing that I tried to do right. We did coke. We did meth. She brought her life into mine. She made me her life because that's what she did. That's what she spent my money on. I used to go try to pay rent. My rent money was gone because she took it and fucking spent it on drugs. And then I had to go to my boss and ask for a loan just to pay my rent. And I dealt with that year after year after year with her, trying to please her because I loved her that much, because I really thought she loved me. At that time, she looked like one of those 80s hotties with the feathered hair. It was real long. Not so much giant tits. She never had that. She didn't fuck worth a shit either. She was a sorry ass lay. Now that I look back at it, and that's all I think was all because of she was actually giving it to other men to get what she needed. So I always got a person that had already been fucking somebody, and it didn't matter what I did to her. She was just she had already been laid. She needed her coke. You know that she actually, all her cartilage was gone from the back of her nose because the drugs had eaten all the cartilage out of the back of her nose. I never knew any of this stuff until after my son. I had never known any of that stuff. Never knew anything about her. Never knew that depth of her, you know. I think I have two that I know for sure. Her name's Cynthia and Matthew. The other one, I don't know. I don't see the resemblance. I see that the first one that I was with, she tramped around on me a lot. She tramped on me a lot, man. And I know that Cynthia's mine because all her pictures, she's a spitting image of me. But now the next one, that one that she claimed is hers, my name ain't on his birth certificate. My name has nothing to do with him. I believe that one was born with her cheating. And I didn't want to be with her anyways. After she put that gun to my head, accusing me of sleeping with her friend, and when actually her friends were the ones fucking trying to sleep with me. It was just her. It was her fucking guilt from what she did to me after we had that commitment and went and was sleeping with her ex-boyfriend. You know, it's all fair and games because we were young, 18 kids. So, but the thing is that they still carried on into their fucking 40s and shit, you know, trying to still make me look like I was a bad person, and they're full of shit. You know, their girlfriends were trying to pick up on me. I never fucking fucked them. You know, I mean, and yet they were going out and fucking their ex-boyfriends and all that shit. You know what I mean? And you know, it was just all a big game, man. You know, I was a simple man, came from the country, was a virgin, never slept with a woman, and I walked into that kind of world where you meet somebody, you put your heart into them, and the next thing you know, they're fucking their ex-boyfriend. That was heavy for me. It was a concept I wasn't ready for, man. Especially after I slept with her the first time, and after I slept with her the first time, 9 months later, I fucking had my first kid. The first time I'd ever fucking had sex. You know, so to me it was a special bond, but to her it wasn't. You know, because she'd already been having sex. The next day, my dad found the fucking underwear after I stole his car. And he came to me and he's all, "What the fuck are these doing in my car?" And I guarantee you they didn't belong to my stepmom, because my stepmom weighed probably 300 pounds, so we know those little tiny thong didn't belong to her. So he already knew that I stole his car the night before, and I lost her panties, and that was the night that I actually got pregnant. And God, you know, Lord, I have a beautiful child. She's beautiful. But she hates me because she doesn't understand. She doesn't understand that her mother really took her from me. And I tried and I tried and I tried to get communication. And every time I would call, she would tell me, "If you call here again, I'm gonna call the cops on you. I'm gonna put a restraining order." She did not give me the opportunity to have a relationship with my child. That way, in the future, she knew what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing, because I didn't come back to her after she brought the gun to my house and put it in my head. After I didn't come back to her, she set that all up. She took my kid from me. She did not allow me to see her. And now she fed her all these fucking stories, you know what I'm saying? And it was all bullshit, man. It was all bullshit. I'm a drug addict and all that. You know what? I didn't even become a fucking drug addict until I met a fucking another bitch that brought that fucking demon into my life. I didn't bring it into my life. She brought it into my life. You know? Because there again, I fell in love again. Her name was Tina Burrows. I fell in love again.
That was the second.
You know? Yeah. And there's only been 2. That was 17 years of my life right there. You've witnessed my whole life as a sexual being. That was it. I had one other one before that. But that one was just like, God, man, that girl was like fucking had hairy nipples, and you know, it was fucking like when you'd sleep with her, it would feel like her fucking hair was like slicing your penis to death. You know what I mean? It was a very unwanted experience that I had with her. It was something that I didn't enjoy.
Did you love her?
No, I just used her from being hurt by Janine. I didn't love her. I hurt inside from what the first person I did have sex with did to me. And so I felt like I wanted to go back out and do it back to her. You know what I mean? Because in my mind at that time, that's what I thought was the right thing to do. You know? So, and then that's when I started smoking marijuana, because I never smoked marijuana before that. And that was my first initiations into drugs. And I used to do like a quarter a week. Me and this other guy, we'd smoke like a quarter a week. And then I got tired of that. I was like, man, this stuff is stupid, man. Never really smoked again after that. Then I got into the coke with her after the son was born. And it was a fucked up life, man, you know? The 2 main women that I fell in love with. The first one was out of the fact that we had a lot in common as far as horses, riding, things like that. Her name was Janine Jacobs. She dogged me the fuck out. She dogged me out, man.
What does she look like?
She, to me now, looks like a fucking, like a Smurf, you know? I mean, at the time, I enjoyed it because I got laid for the first time. I was 18, you know. I got laid. I fell in love with the excuse my words, the pussy. I fell in love with the pussy. What does El Gato dream about? Well, once El Gato sobers up, let's say he has 4 or 5 days not drinking. I go through a lot of nightmares. Very bad nightmares. That when they wake me up and they keep me up. They're nightmares that I've had since I was a little kid. And I believe that that's why I drink a lot, because I don't want to have those nightmares anymore. And I don't know what doctor can get rid of that type of shit. I have never even heard that. I've seen a lot of bullshit with therapists, and I don't see who can get rid of your psyche in your sleep, your subconscious. I don't know anybody that can do that, and that's why sometimes I keep drinking, because I don't want to dream those dreams no more. I'm tired of dreaming them. I'm fucking tired of dreaming them. They're harsh, and they're very heartbreaking. And I just don't want to live that no more. I don't want to hear it no more. I don't want to see it no more. But as soon as I sleep, and like everybody's like, why can't you just be sober? Why can't you just be sober? Because sometimes fucking you just don't understand, man. Sometimes there's things that you just don't understand, and I don't need to tell you. It's my life. It's my problem. You want to fucking love who fucking took care of you? Then fuck you too, bitch. I have reasons for what I do. I have reasons that you had a wonderful fucking motherfucking life. Well, I haven't. You know? But I am sane in my mind. But my subconscious, I can't control that. I can't control what God filters in my head when I'm sleeping. All I know is it hurts, and I don't want to go through that no more. Like I always, everything I drink to forget. Once I get sober, it's like fucking I'm giving it back. It's like wow, man. It's like the devil is